In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the tire pressure sensor on this Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. Before you start this job, you are going to need a tire relearn tool similar to this. Remove the center cap. I'm just going to use a straight blade screwdriver. Just pry this back. Using a 22mm socket, take the lug nuts off. And remove the wheel. We need to remove the air from the tire so we can break the bead. Take the cap off. I'm using a valve core remover. Take the valve core out. I am going to remove the wheel weight. If you decide you're going to try to do this without taking the tire completely off the wheel, you wouldn't have to do this. Just push the tire down to break the bead so that you can access the valve stem. So I'm just using some wheel weight pliers. Just pull the wheel weight off. Now using a tire machine, I'm just going to break the bead. Flip it around. Do the same on this side. There we go. So if you were able to break the bead and you're not taking the tire off again, you just push this down, then you can access the old sensor, take that off, and put the new sensor in. But we'll take the tire off so you can see it a little better. Oops. We're going to use a T10 socket. Take this screw out. There you go, there's the old sensor. Now we're going to pull the old stem out. Just going to use a valve stem puller. Just a rag with a wrench in it. Just to give myself some leverage. And just pry it out like that. Some of the rest of the stem is still in there. Just use a screwdriver. And push it through. Take the sensor, put the screw through it. Take the new stem, screw that on. You don't want to tighten this up too tight yet, but just get it started. We'll take the cap off and take the nut off. We'll slide this through the wheel. Put the nut on. And you can see there's a little area where you can take a 13mm wrench, slide that right there. With a 12mm socket, we'll tighten that down. We're going to torque that to 35 inch-pounds. You want to make sure this is tipped down. You don't want it tipped out. With a T20 socket, we're going to tighten this down and torque this to 35 inch-pounds. Now I'm going to lube the tire with some tire lube. Now we're going to inflate the tire. Go. Put the cap back on. Now if you took any of the wheel weights off, you're going to have the tire balanced. Now install the wheel. Put the lug nuts on. Tighten those down. Now I'm going to torque the lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just go around again, double check. Take the center cap. On the back side, there is an area where you can see it should line up with the valve stem. Line that up. Lock it down. To get the vehicle in tire relearn mode, we're going to turn the key in the on position. And then on the key fob, we're going to hold the two buttons down, the lock and unlock button. Then you're going to hear those beeps. Now you're in relearn mode. First, we're going to start on the driver's side front tire with the relearn tool right on the rubber part of the tire near the valve stem. Push the button. Then you're going to hear a beep. Now we're going to move on to the next tire. Passenger side front. Passenger side rear. And last, driver's side rear. Now you know the tires have been relearned. You can turn the key off and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.